Welcome back to another video, and today we have a good one for you. We'll be taking one of America's favorite checkout aisle treats, the classic Snickers bar, and turning it into a cake. It all begins with 3 layers of a rich and moist chocolate mocha cake to then be filled with a peanut butter buttercream frosting. We'll then cover our cake with a salted caramel buttercream frosting and then drizzle on top additional caramel sauce and chocolate ganache, to then finally be crowned with chopped up Snickers bar. So by the looks of it, we have a large task at hand, so let's get right to baking. Let's begin by placing our butter and brown sugar into the bowl of a stand mixer and mix on low speed until thoroughly combined. Using a mesh strainer, place your cake flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, and baking powder and sift into the bowl. Return the bowl to the stand mixer and continue to mix on low speed. Once everything is thoroughly mixed, take a moment to stop the bowl and add just 1 egg. Resume mixing on a low speed and let the egg fully incorporate into the mixture. Then stop the motor, scrape the sides down, and repeat this process for the remaining 3 eggs. Now that all 4 eggs are in, stop the motor to add your melted chocolate. With the motor still going, very slowly add in your coffee. Take a moment to scrape the sides down, to then very slowly add in your milk. Finally, allow your mixer to run for an additional minute to ensure that all ingredients are thoroughly mixed. From here, with 3 8-inch cake pans lightly greased, evenly distribute your luscious cake batter into the pans. And I like to use a kitchen scale to ensure that all 3 pans weigh the same amount. Finally, we will send our cakes into a 350-degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes. To make our caramel sauce, place sugar and water into a small saucepan. Lightly stir ingredients so that all sugar is completely submerged underwater, and then set the stovetop to medium heat. Allow this mixture to set undisturbed for about 15 to 20 minutes or until the surface begins to bubble and the mixture is of a light amber color. Now remove your saucepan from the heat to then slowly add in your heavy cream. The cream will initially cause for some smoke to arise, so be very careful not to add too much too soon. Now at this time, turn the heat back on and add in your butter. Once all the butter is melted and incorporated, add in 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. We'll remove our caramel sauce from the heat and allow it to cool completely before using. Now's the time to make some frosting, and we'll begin with our peanut butter frosting. Begin by placing 2 softened sticks of butter and 1 cup of peanut butter into the bowl of a stand mixer. Mix on low speed until both ingredients are smooth and thoroughly combined. Now with our stand mixer on pause, add in the powdered sugar and resume mixing on low speed until all the powdered sugar is fully incorporated. Stop the motor one final time to add in 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract and a pinch of salt. Finally, resume mixing for an additional few minutes until your buttercream frosting is light and fluffy. Now moving onward to our salted caramel frosting. Just like our peanut butter frosting, beat 2 sticks of butter on low speed until smooth. Stop the motor to place in your powdered sugar. Once combined, let's now add in our caramel sauce. To then finally insert our pure vanilla extract and a pinch of salt. Resume mixing for an additional few minutes until your buttercream frosting is light and fluffy. Once your cakes have been removed from their cake pans, trim the tops either using a serrated knife or a cake leveler if you have it. Now take just a small amount of your peanut butter frosting and spread onto the center of a cake stand. Place your first layer of cake on the cake stand and then spread a generous amount of your peanut butter frosting onto the first layer of cake. From here, place the second layer of cake on top and use up the remaining peanut butter frosting. Finally, for our third layer, place the cake upside down, as this ensures that the top is flat and will make things much easier for when we apply our salted caramel frosting. Lightly frost both the top and sides of your cake, just enough to cover up the cake. Once this is complete, set your cake in the fridge for 30 minutes to set. To make our chocolate ganache topping, place chocolate chips and butter into a small saucepan set over medium heat. Then, as the chocolate and butter begin to melt, stir ingredients until completely smooth. Now let's insert our heavy cream. Remove from the heat and allow it to cool before using. Once the cake has had a chance to set, we will now use up the remaining frosting to completely cover up our cake. From here, let's drizzle on some caramel sauce over top the cake to then repeat the process with our chocolate ganache. And now finally, crown our cake with chopped up Snickers. And that is all there is to it. Once again, thank you very much for sticking around to this part of the video. With that said, you probably enjoyed some part of it, so please give this video a like. And if you know of someone who likes Snickers, cake, or both, please share this video with them. Finally, please subscribe so that you can stay in tune with all future and upcoming videos. And from here on out, have a good one.